Hi, I'm Kerry, the host of Best of Us Investors. I had planned on doing a video today about China and how they're building ports in Europe and how they're going forward with their edict to replace the United States as the economic, the political, and the military power of the world. And I was sitting watching Squawk Box, and I opened up my email, and I found an email from one of the sources that was trying to constantly get me to subscribe to a newsletter. And they said something about spatial computing. I didn't know the word, and it said it was the next big thing. And I'm curious, and I knew what I was getting into. I knew I was going to be watching about an hour-long video of them explaining to me why I needed to subscribe to their newsletter. And as I got into it, they started saying some things that really piqued my interest. And basically, they were explaining to me how Apple has put multiple lenses, more than just the three that you're familiar with, on the back of their Apple 12 computer, and this was going to revolutionize the computing world as I knew it. They were going to introduce me to spatial computing, and I had some basic understanding. I didn't know the term spatial computing, but I wanted to get into it, and it really intrigued me. And I have to admit, I watched the full. I guess it was about 45-minute presentation, and I was intrigued. And I felt I need to share that with my viewers because I think what he's talking about, I've seen it on Snapchat and some other where you can put a mustache on yourself.
Have you ever seen your kids or grandkids use goofy Snapchat filters, or heard about the Pokemon Go craze? You've already had a taste of spatial computing. Millions of daily Snapchat users and Pokemon Go players have already made the leap to spatial computing. These applications might seem a bit silly at first, but the dollars they command are anything but a joke. Pokemon Go has racked up an impressive $2.3 billion in total in-app purchases, and revenues from Snapchat's silly spatial filters are projected to hit $2.4 billion by 2022.
But he took it further, and he took it into three areas that really intrigued me. He says basically that through this spatial computing, it will revolutionize retail, that I will be able to go on Amazon and see a nice sports coat that I want, and it will take that sports coat out of Amazon's presentation and put it on me, and I can and I'll be able to wear it. Or I could go to Wayfair and I could see a sofa, and I could take my camera and look at my family room and put that sofa in my family room. And I thought, this is interesting. And then they went into saying that I would also be able to do that, or not me, but my doctor, if I had heart surgery, would be able to take a spatial picture of my heart in 3 dimension and then actually operate on my heart spatial before they opened me up. So in essence, he could perform the operation and see what was going to happen before he performed the operation. And they showed that me also you could do that with spinal surgery. And then they said another application would be in manufacturing, and how Maserati is using this spatial technology to make sure that their $250,000 automobile has the proper dimensions to get the speed they wanted, but also the alert systems so that you don't crash your $250,000 Maserati. And I said, this is something that I need to share with my tribe and with my viewers. And so what I want to do is I'm going to take some excerpts from this presentation he made, and I'll tell you up front, I spent the money for the reports so that then I can share those reports, in fact, with you at my Discord. I'm going through them piece by piece, and then I'll share them, and then we will hold meetings. So we will start using our Friday or our Thursday afternoon Zoom meeting to collectively come up to a decision on what we want to do in spatial computing. Okay, that's the direction I'm going. And so I wanted to share that with you. I also need to share that I'm not your financial advisor. And then I want to share parts of this video that I watched and see what you think of it and see if you think we need to get together and talk more about this and explore the companies that he's telling me that are the future of this and that are going to get 1,000% increases. And let's work at this as a team. So first of all, I'm not your financial advisor.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
Okay, as I said, this thing was about a 45-minute presentation, but I think it's real important that I share some pieces of it with you so that you have an understanding how it works. And the first piece I want to share with you is about retail advertising.
More and more consumers are using new spatial computing apps to virtually try on everything from eyeglasses to furniture online. Spatial apps can help you find the perfect eyeglasses at Warby Parker, or virtually test drive thousands of products at Amazon.com, or redesign your living room at Wayfair. Retailers love these spatial apps because they encourage more customer interaction, boost sales, and lower returns. Home decorating company House reported an 11 times increase in sales from spatial technology. Olay Skin Advisor doubled conversions, increased basket size by 30%, and had its biggest product launch in 10 years with spatial computing. And when Nike used spatial computing to let customers try out the new Kyrie 4, the shoe sold out in less than an hour.
Then he did a piece and shared and gave me some understanding of how this is going to change the medical field, whether it be operating or even to the extent that first responders will be able to have spatial computing as they find someone in a car accident and they just take their camera, because this is all going to be done through your phone, and the doctor can actually see back in the hospital exactly what the first responder is seeing and give them on-site instructions on how to manipulate. Let me show you this.
Healthcare is going spatial. Healthcare companies all over the world are using spatial computing to merge the digital and physical worlds, helping doctors educate, innovate, and potentially save millions of lives. For example, Dassault Systems is transforming the way physicians diagnose and treat heart patients. Its Living Heart project uses spatial computing to create personalized 3D digital twins of human hearts, so your surgeon can practice on your digital heart before ever operating on your real one. MetaView XR's spatial technology lets doctors see inside a patient's body to pinpoint tumors. The technology acts like a missile guidance system, ensuring a surgeon is in the exact right location before the first cut is ever made. AccuVein's breakthrough in spatial computing helps medical staff find a vein and hit the mark every single time when drawing blood or starting an IV. Here's to never having to suffer through getting poked over and over again while the lab technician tries to find a good vein. This virtually unknown company invented the new spatial computer to aid in spinal surgery. It gives surgeons X-ray vision on the patient's spine. Right now, nearly a third of all spinal patients end up with screws in the wrong place. But in early testing, surgeons using the new spatial computer were nearly 100% accurate at placing screws. The company has already received FDA approval for its surgical spatial application. Soon, hospitals all across the world will be implementing it. When that happens, the stock is going to take off like a bat out of hell. First responders and remote healthcare workers are already turning to spatial computing to help save lives. 5G-enabled spatial computers will allow doctors at local hospitals to see exactly what EMTs are viewing in the field. The doctor can assist the EMT with diagnosis and triage. The EMT can keep her hands free so she can treat the patient. And the 5G wireless connection means it can all happen instantaneously, with no potentially deadly video delay. All of which increases your odds of survival, and increases your odds of profiting too.
Then they did a piece on how this is going to affect manufacturing, how through, again, holding your camera up, you'll be able to access big data and help you make good construction decisions or manufacturing decisions, or as I said, General Motors and Lamborghini and Maserati are already using this at some point. And what he's promising me, let me show you this first.
Thanks to the Great Convergence, experts are calling spatial computing the biggest disruptive trend of the next 5 years. And we're already seeing that play out in manufacturing. Many of the world's largest manufacturers have already gone spatial. Manufacturers are using spatial technology to create exact digital twins of physical assets, only a whole lot more complex. Digital twins incorporate billions of pieces of data from actual machines, both current and historical, and they're constantly updated in real time. It's like the Internet of Things on steroids. General Electric created more than 1.2 million digital twins of its physical assets. These digital twins predict and prevent mechanical failures before they happen, saving millions of dollars and even lives in the process. Just one digital twin saved GE $12 million and helped prevent countless headaches from unscheduled airplane maintenance. And GE isn't the only one going all in on spatial computing. Automaker Maserati uses spatial computing to create and test drive digital twins of luxury automobiles. Spatial computing slashes development time by 30% and improves driving performance, all without the risk you'll crash a $134,000 sports car. Oil and gas companies are using digital twins to plan and build giant offshore oil rigs. These digital twins help prevent dangerous mechanical failures, saving millions of dollars and countless lives.
What he's promising me is in this newsletter and special reports that I've already signed up for, he's going to share with me their insights as which companies are going to be the small companies. We know he's already said that Amazon and Microsoft and Apple and Facebook and Google have already filed 50,000 patents in this space collectively because it's going to be a major part of it. We've already seen that Apple has Apple Glass, and Microsoft has already shared with us that they're doing some things. They're putting out a pair of glasses as well. But that's what this is all about. And what I want to do then is I'll get these reports. I've already paid for them. I'll go through them, and then I'll condense them and put them on our Discord, where you'll have access and you can read the reports, and then we can collectively talk about which of these companies we think, because some of you are much more analytical than I am and are more attuned to reading profit and loss statements. And let's collectively use their information, I've paid for it, and see if we can't figure out this next big thing, spatial computing. Because as he says, within 3 to 5 years, it's going to be a part of our phone. And as he's pointed out, and I've shown you, it's already a part of the new Apple phone. Okay, that's my tidbit or my piece of information. Pushed my China report a little back, and I'm going to go through these, and I've already gone through the first one relative to retail, and that's the one I'm going to put up today. And then I'll go through the medical ones and the mechanical or the manufacturing ones, and I'll be putting them up in subsequent. But I'll do a video to share with you exactly when I put that up. All right, this is exciting. This is the way I want this channel to work. I don't want it to me telling you what to buy today. I want you and I to be working as a tribe, and we understand now the power of a tribe as we put our heads together to make better investment decisions.